Let us call International Women's Day this year the Day of Resistance by the women of Ukraine, and let us stand up and applaud them for 1 minute.
برای آنها برخیزیم و 1 دقیقه کف بزنیم. که رویایی در دور.
After the Mullah's overthrow, Iran will be safe from the bitter experiences of the past only if there is a real democracy with freedom and equality. And you women are the ones who can make this happen. As stipulated in the NCRI's plan on women's rights and freedoms, individual freedoms for women, including freedom of belief, religion, employment, travel, choice of clothing, are inevitable imperatives. Indeed, I must stress that freedom must be attained, and it is up to you to earn it through your struggle.
I'm here to remind you that you will not only change how women are treated today in Iran, but that your fight is something you are doing for your daughters and your son. With your fight kept going on, your country will begin a new future, and you will, at the same time, inspire women all over the world.
And a lot of women fight for their freedom. They fight even though if they have to give their lives for a better Iran, for an Iran that's more human. And a great example for this is Mariam Rajavi, who has elaborated a 10-point plan for a future image of Iran, for a future Iran that shows that an Iran without a fundamentalistic regime can exist, an Iran that's liberated of this politics, can be a different country. It can be a country where men and women are equal.
As a Muslim woman, Mariam has had to overcome extraordinary political, social, cultural, and ideological challenges put in place by the ruling regime in Iran. I commend Mariam's courage and commitment to empower Iranian women.
Unfortunately, in Ukraine, we have war right now. And me, myself, and many women right now, we are in a position when our men, our brothers, our fathers, our sons are right now in the war. But women are also working very hard. Lots of them are with gun, with real weapon. There is so much pain right now. But I believe that if we lose that faith, we will never, ever win. We need to keep that faith, and we need to keep this fight on.
And I'm so proud that here in Ukraine, women are able to do this. I'm so proud of the ladies who have joined me in the resistance team and who are bearing arms throughout the country. You know how we find strength in it, I will tell you. So I'm saying, so when Putin was planning to attack, he calculated how many men are in Ukraine. Then he thought, okay, well, maybe half of them wouldn't be fighting. And then he calculated all the forces he needed, all the plans for the war. Well, he miscalculated because there are women who are bearing arms, and there will right now there is twice as many people as Putin thought there will be, fighting against him, fighting for their country, fighting for freedom, fighting for their families, fighting for their children, fighting for their cities, fighting to make sure that we do everything possible and impossible to protect what is ours, to protect our freedom, to protect our country. I'm not afraid to shoot, to fire a gun, but I'm very much afraid that we will not be able to give Putin a good fight. This is the only thing I'm afraid of.
Iranian women have reached a very important conclusion. They can only achieve their rights with a change of regime in Iran. Therefore, they must play their role in the resistance against the regime. They realized that it was not enough to take part of the resistance. They realized that to achieve their goals, they had to take responsibility. Thousands of such women are now our sisters that I salute today, continuing as free women the struggle in Arash, in Tirana, in Albania.
I would like to say that to Ms. Rajavi and to all of you, that your Albanian friends will stand and be with you in all your efforts and fight for the human rights, freedom, democracy, and above all, equality for the women in Iran.
The ranks of the women in the resistance growing, continuing to grow, more women joining this fight every single day. These resistance units are breaking down the walls of repression in Iran and encouraging everyone in Iran to do their part. Until the women in Iran are treated equally as they are in the United States and in other democracies around the world, we will not tolerate and we will not engage that regime anymore. Mrs. Rajavi, I continue to be humbled by your courage and your strength and those of the women of the resistance. I wish you a happy International Women's Day, and I hope that we can be together next year. Thank you.
سلام می‌کنم به همه شرکت کنندگان در این گرد همایی و ازتون به خاطر اینکه در کنار زن ایران هستین تشکر می‌کنم. ما زنان در ایران تحت ظلم و فشار هستیم، اما جلوی ظلم و بی‌عدالتی می‌ایستیم. ما می‌خوایم و می‌تونیم خامنه‌ای و حکومتش رو سرنگون و ایرانی را آزاد کنیم. من از 10 ماده خانم رجوی حمایت می‌کنم، چون این حق مردم و زن ایرانی که از این حقوق آزادانه برخوردار باشن. واقعیت اینه که ما همیشه از حداقل‌ها محروم بودیم، اما فکر می‌کنم جنبشی که خانم رجوی برای آزادی و برابری راه انداختن جواب همه نابرابری هاست.
روز جهانی زن به خواهر مریم و همه زنان آزاده و مبارز تبریک میگم. ما کانون‌های شورشی با الهام از خواهر مریم برای رسیدن به آزادی و سرنگونی مبارزه می‌کنیم و حقمون رو پس می‌گیریم.
تو ایرانی هستیم که ویژگی حکومتش زن ستیز بودنشه. این رو تو همه قوانین ایران میتونیم ببینیم. برای همین ما زنان ایرانی با جنبشی همراه هستیم که ویژگی برجسته‌اش جلودار بودن زنان در مسیر مبارزه است. خواهر مریم عزیزم، شما افتخار ما زنان هستی، الگویی که راه و مسیر رو به ما نشون دادین و ما پشت سر شما حرکت کردیم.